her website. At the time, the 11-year-old boy shot his father's fiance in the head while she was sleeping. She was 8 months pregnant. He is now 12, facing a life sentence without the possibility of parole. So for this 12-year-old, as he knows his life is over, even if they give him 25 years, he will be 37 when he come home. What would he would basically wouldn't know nothing, but he's been in prison more than he was walking around. So all he will remember and know is the prison life. And it's also, this is very important because we was all talking about self-defense. But when we think about self-defense and watching our back, and we thinking about this guy who's looking crazy or this woman who's looking crazy, when in reality, the juveniles are taking 48% of the cases. And for example, in my own personal experience, my brother, he has went to jail or juvenile from 16 to 18 years old, 15 to 18 years old with slaps on the wrist. He went from being on house arrest to cutting it off. He go to jail a couple of months later, they put it back on him, he cut it off again. And he did that for the last time when he was right before he turned 18. He has never heard about that case again. He's well grown. When he turned 18, he got in trouble again. They gave him 8 months. Then at 19, he got in trouble again. Then they gave him 5.5 to 6 years. And right now, I believe that my brother's institutionalized because he still gets in trouble. And when I asked him, why are you getting in trouble? Why are you still not on that narrow strip? He said, because he knows the consequences and he's not scared of going back to prison. The juvenile crimes are increasing by the year. And I'm going to talk about how juveniles are getting arrested and why, the punishments after committing the crime, and the likelihood of them surviving in the real world after being incarcerated. There are 500,000 juveniles get arrested annually. According to the basic statistics, 104,000 of the rest are violent crimes. Juveniles are accounted for 16% of violent crimes, 32% of property crimes, 42% of vandalism, and 33% of burglary. And out of the 5,000, 2,000 was homicide. The black juveniles are held in residential custody in the U.S., and that's twice the rate of Hispanics and 5 times the rate of whites. My transition, even though the juveniles have committed these horrible crimes, they are getting slaps on the wrist because the juvenile system feel like probation and house arrest or community service is what the juvenile should get until they end up doing something to harm someone or to commit a crime over and over and over. That's when they want to send them up the road and send them to prison. Versus just making them accountable for what they do. When they do it the first time or the second time, they won't have these problems up and up and up. The punishment after committing the crime doesn't teach them any lessons. In my opinion, I believe that juveniles is much in the system would do. Also, peer pressure plays a big role in the juvenile committing crimes. They commit crimes in pairs. Once a juvenile has committed a crime over and over, then the system gets fed up with it and they get sent up the road, not for a year or two, but for 4 or 5. Once a juvenile has been sent up the road and now has become a felony on their criminal record, they really feel like it's really not nothing left to do. Because think about it, who want to hire a felon? Especially when it's for burglary or theft or robbery, they're gonna think they're gonna rob them. And Florida does not do rehabilitation anymore in prisons. You can't go to school, you can't get a degree, you can't get a trade. You just got basically sit there. In 2004 alone, 7 million people were either on probation, in jail or in prison, or on parole. That's 1 in every 31 people. I'm just hoping that the system can make better punishments for the juveniles before they get to this point where there's no turning back. And when I become a probation officer, hopefully I will be able to change lives and help the juveniles that I'm looking after for their crimes.